This is Innovation Fixation, a series featuring local inventors showcasing the future of technology in our community.
Hi, my name is Dr. Andy Gold, and welcome to Innovation Fixation. I'm a longtime social entrepreneur and faculty member at Hillsborough Community College, and it's a great pleasure for me today to welcome into our studio Gracie Stemmer, the marketing manager for Tampa Bay WaVE. Welcome, Gracie. Thank you so much for coming into Innovation Fixation.
Thank you for having me.
Well, it's a pleasure. I'm a big fan of Tampa Bay WaVE, but I think our audience would like to learn more about it. And I thought one of the best ways that we could start out is for you to just tell a little bit about your background and how it is you ended up as the marketing manager at Tampa Bay WaVE.
Yeah, sure. So I started as an intern at Tampa Bay WaVE while I was going to school at the University of Tampa and studying entrepreneurship. I worked my way up to marketing manager. I've been at Tampa Bay WaVE now for 4 years, happily.
Nice.
And so that's kind of how I got at Tampa Bay WaVE.
Cool. So tell us a little bit about what Tampa Bay WaVE is and kind of what its purpose is within the community.
Yeah, so Tampa Bay WaVE is a local support organization for technology startups and technology entrepreneurs. We have a physical location in downtown Tampa, and we have an accelerator program that we run. So,
what is an accelerator program for our audience that may not know what that is?
Yeah, sure. So basically, we take startups and entrepreneurs who have ideas in the technology space, and we give them a program that they can run through that will teach them how to build, launch, and grow their startup. We hook them up with mentors and different resources in the community that can help them build their startups faster and better.
That's cool. So can you maybe walk us through an example of one company perhaps that you have housed there currently or did have there that has reached some degree of success, just so our audience can kind of maybe find out a little bit more about how it operates?
Sure. So a good example is Fitter, which I think you guys interviewed them earlier. Fitter started as a build company, which is the first level of our accelerator program. There's a build level, a launch level, and a grow level. They started in the build level. They're now in the launch level. They've launched their product. They're doing great. They're getting all kinds of media attention, both here locally and nationally. And they will eventually graduate from that program and become a Grow alumni, and they will help the startups that are in the build level again. They got a mentor that they work closely with. They meet weekly with our program manager, and he kind of gives them different objectives, to go through, interview different potential customers and pivot their startup.
So the WaVE part of Tampa Bay, I get the Tampa Bay part, because we're in Tampa Bay, but the WaVE part, where does that come from? Do you know where that, what it's supposed to symbolize?
Yep, so WaVE was at once, well it still is I guess, an acronym, and so the W, the V, and the E stand for Web Venture Entrepreneurs. And so when Tampa Bay WaVE started back in 2008, it was really just a meetup of people who were trying to start technology companies. And back in 2008, there wasn't really a startup culture here in Tampa Bay. So we didn't have technology meetups or technology support organizations. So they decided they were going to make their own, and they met monthly and kind of traded resources and taught each other what they know. And that just spurred into what our organization is today.
And what sort of role does Tampa Bay WaVE feel it plays in terms of the community at large, in terms of servicing people who aren't directly working at Tampa Bay WaVE? How important is it to be involved with the community at different levels for your organization?
So Tampa Bay WaVE is really specifically for technology entrepreneurs. There's lots of startup support organizations that we even partner with around the community, TBTF, HCC, the Greenhouse over in St. Pete, that all play their own little role in supporting entrepreneurships and startups here in Tampa Bay. But WaVE is really about the technology startups.
Okay.
And so it's important to be a part of the community and kind of know what's going on. You can attend events even if you're not a member of Tampa Bay WaVE, so you can attend different events that we hold and just kind of know what's happening here in your community.
So walk me through, let's say I'm a tech startup, early stage, and I'm interested in joining the accelerator program. What do I need to do to get involved there? How do is there an application process? Is there an interview process? What exactly happens?
Yeah, so first thing I would say is just come on down and say hi to us. We're located at 500 East Kennedy Boulevard on the 3rd floor. We recently moved, so that's important to note. But yeah, I'd say just come on down, take a tour of the place, meet some of the different entrepreneurs and startups that are housed at Tampa Bay WaVE, and then start attending some events. And kind of once you get a feel for how you want to be involved, because there's many different ways to be involved, whether it's, you know, very on the surface level, attending events, or, you know, you're working from WaVE every day and building your startup there, or you're actually applying to the accelerator and going through that program. So it's pretty open door. There's not really an application process, except for if you want to apply for our accelerator program.
Okay, and what's involved with that if you apply for the accelerator program?
So the accelerator opens its applications twice a year. And you can just go online at tampabaywave.org and find the application there. It's about a one-page application process. You go through a boot camp and then eventually you're accepted into the program, which lasts about 6 months or a year, depending on where you're.
Now, in full disclosure to the Innovation Fixation Nation out there, I am a big fan of Tampa Bay WaVEs, and Hillsborough Community College has partnered, as you said, with the WaVE, and we've sent some students through who've had great experiences there, and I think that that's a great value back to the community as well. Where do you fit in, like in your capacity as the marketing manager? Like, what are some of the things you're involved in? How do you market the brand out in the community? How important is protecting the brand and so on?
Yeah, so like you mentioned, I run all of the marketing for Tampa Bay WaVE, and I'm also involved in a number of things outside of Tampa Bay WaVE. I've been a part of organizing Startup Weekend Tampa Bay for a couple years now, and then I've taken the lead organizing role for Tampa Bay Startup Week, which is happening this February for the second year.
And that's like a week-long activity, a set of activities themed around entrepreneurship and educating people, alerting them to all of the resources in the community?
Right, yeah. So last year we had over 70 events in the course of 1 week, all geared around entrepreneurship and pushing the momentum forward here in Tampa Bay. And so we'll do that again this February. We're very excited.
Well, I just want to thank you so much for coming into Innovation Fixation. I've learned new things about Tampa Bay WaVE that I didn't know, and hopefully our audience has learned a lot as well. So I just really wanted to thank you for taking the time to visit with us. And we're excited to hear more to come. Can you just tell us how we can get in touch with you other than the physical address that you gave us before?
Yeah, sure. If you want to learn more about Tampa Bay WaVE, you can go to tampabaywave.org and find out all kinds of stuff on that website, or tampa.startupweek.co to learn about Startup Week.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks for having me, Andy.
Stay tuned for more Innovation Fixation.
Creating a corporate video is the fastest way to deliver any message online about your business. Many companies are now switching their primary marketing focus to online video-based strategies, and as such are seeing a much higher return on investment. Video sharing sites like Vimeo or YouTube have the potential to get your videos seen by millions of viewers, simply because videos hosted on these sites are shareable. A corporate video can be the gift that keeps on giving, as it can be used in a multitude of different ways. the video can double as a brand awareness tool. The video also can be repurposed or cut down to a promotional style. With an experienced, creative, and award-winning staff, TBCN is the right choice for all your video and audio production needs. To learn about how we can help you expand or refine your business through the use of video, call us at 813-977-5200 and visit us at tbcn.org.
Hi, welcome to Innovation Fixation. My name is Dr. Andy Gold. I'm a faculty member at Hillsborough Community College teaching entrepreneurship and a longtime social entrepreneur. It's a great pleasure for me today to welcome to our studio Tom Moulier, the founder of iTrekkers. So Tom, iTrekkers, can you tell me why you started this business?
Yeah, I can, Andy. The whole purpose behind iTrekkers was the outdoors. We've always loved the outdoors, and I want to make sure that the outdoors are around when my kids and their kids and their kids' kids come around. And one of the big things that I've experienced is when you experience the outdoors with a professional, the experience that you have is 1,000 times greater than if you were to do it yourself. So instead of going to, say, on a hiking trail by yourself or going to buy a fishing rod and fishing off a dock, going with a professional, a guide, allows you to see things in a completely different light, which in the end allows you to really appreciate the natural resources that we have and then take that to the next step and help drive conservation. So iTrekkers was created to connect customers to the great outdoors, and we do it using technology to help people find the best fishing guides today for the activity that they're looking for. And then they can go out and have an awesome time. And we take all the guesswork out of that for them.
Wow. So is it fishing specific, or is it any kind of outdoor activity?
Great question. Today we're fishing specific.
Okay.
And we're finalizing our concept. We're local here, Tampa, Clearwater, St. Pete. And we're about to go after the rest of Florida, specifically with fishing.
Okay.
Once we take over Florida with fishing, we'll incorporate other guided activities such as hunting and freshwater fishing, and eventually go into things like heli-skiing and hiking across the Appalachian and things like that.
Great. So I understand why you started the business, and it sounds like a really cool business model. Can you explain a little bit sort of what unmet need you thought existed within the marketplace that led to the development of iTrekkers?
Yeah, absolutely. People today who are trying to find a guide or who know about guided trips, it's difficult for them to do so. They go online, they start searching, they can compare web pages from 50, 60, 70, 100, 150 different guides. Online. All we have is whatever they post. Then after that, if you want to check reviews, review sites, you can see a bunch of reviews, and they all say how amazing they are, which is funny. And the truth of the matter is, a lot of that's bought today. You can go to a variety of websites, Fiverr.com to go buy Google reviews, go buy Yelp reviews, go all those types of things. And so it's hard for someone to really pull the trigger on such a big investment. We're talking, starting at $450 to go for a 4-hour fishing trip without knowing what you're going to get. And what's happening is it's actually hurting the marketplace and the outdoor industry in general, because people are having horrible experiences with guys that they never would have picked had they known the reality of things.
Okay.
And iTrekkers is created to take all the guesswork out of that. We do the vetting for people, so that when they come to us, they know no matter what, iTrekkers is providing me with one of the best guides in the area, because they're willing to say 100% money back guarantee.
Wow, okay.
I'm not going to guarantee you're going to catch fish.
Okay.
I'm going to guarantee you're having an awesome time.
Okay.
The guide's going to be professional, the boat's clean, good to go, everybody's safe, all the proper licenses and all those things are taken care of. Our guides, the guys that we are partnering with at iTrekkers, are the best of the best.
Okay, so just so I'm clear on it, iTrekkers is a platform that connects somebody desiring to go fishing with somebody who provides that service.
Exactly.
And the vetting process, that's kind of interesting to me, because I think that's one of your core sort of differentiators, that at least it sounds like. How do you go about doing that? How do you meet these folks that have fishing charter businesses? What do you go through in terms of a process to evaluate whether or not they can be a part of the iTrekkers family?
That's a great question. It's more complicated, and I'll just try to simplify it.
Okay.
In the end, it's, do they have the talent? So how many years experience do they have? How long have they been doing this? Mm-hmm. Do they have a core customer group that will vouch for them? So we talk to their customers.
Okay.
We check out their online reviews. We check out that platform.
Okay.
What type of equipment do they have? Is it up to par with the iTrekker experience
mm-hmm.
that we've envisioned and have created for our customers? We go out and we meet them.
Okay.
You know, are they a good people? Are they a good person? Someone can be the best fisherman in the world. Mm-hmm. That doesn't mean they're going to be a great guide. Mm-hmm. You know, things happen on a boat. You have to be able to entertain people. You have to be able to hold a conversation.
Do you actually go out or have somebody from the iTrekker team go out on an excursion before you bring on a partner onto the platform?
Every guide that we have today, we have been out with.
Okay, that's amazing.
As we grow, though, realistically, that's not
Sure.
sustainable. That said, there's the key network effect. And
mm-hmm.
this is probably one of the biggest factors for me. Guides themselves have their own networks. They call them their A-list, their B, their C, their D. These are people that they will give their trips that they can't take to. Mm-hmm. So it's their customer that they are saying, I vouch for this person.
Right.
So when we have and find the right partner in an area, we then work their A-list. We kind of use their network of guides, and we go meet them and talk to them and make sure that they're, you know, the same type of caliber that we would want our customers to go out with. And that's kind of how we're able to expand our guide network. One, ensuring that we have awesome quality guides.
Okay. Because
really good guides only want really good guides to take out their customers.
Sure. The other question I had is in terms of who your customer is. You know, when I teach entrepreneurship or in my life as an entrepreneur, to me, the primary purpose of a business is to create customers. I think that's really the main thing you have to do. All the other stuff, the making money and so on, is a metric of how good you are at creating customers. But of course, you have to know who your customer is. So if you could describe for us who you think a avatar is, an iTrekker customer avatar, who is that person that you're really going after?
Yeah, we have a couple personas. I think the one main persona that we're going after to really provide the best iTrekker experience and the best outdoor experience with are the new people, the novices.
Like me.
Like you.
Yes.
That's right. You, families. They're groups of individuals who know of fishing, may have gone fishing once or twice, mm-hmm. And they're the ones who are struggling to find that guide, or who are afraid to maybe make that investment, because they're not familiar with things. And so for them to be like, you know what, iTrekkers, they're backing this up, mm-hmm. they're vouching for this, mm-hmm. they say they've done the work, which we have. I'm going to trust them, and I'm going to go with them. And that's the value proposition, and that's the customer that we're really going after.
Now, do I have to pay a fee to iTrekkers or to the person delivering the service to me?
It's a great question. We integrate everything. You find, book, and pay all online. To be fair, we don't even charge a card until you're on the boat. So when you step foot on the boat, 2 hours into your trip, your card gets charged up by itself. Behind the scenes, you'll get a nice receipt, and your guide gets paid that way.
So Tom, it would be great if you could share with us an example of one customer story that you've had that was a great success.
Sure. All of our customer stories kind of happen the same way so far. We haven't had a single person take us back on our money-back guarantee. But you know, a customer finds the charter that they want online, they book it, they start getting our messages, text messages, they get a call from the guide, you show up to the dock, you step on board with your food and your water, you go have an awesome day on the water fishing, and you come back, you step off the boat, the guide cuts, cleans your fish, everything's taken care of. They baited for you, they bait your hooks while you're out there, mm-hmm. they do everything. It is completely a turnkey process. Wow. That's what makes the experience.
So Tom, iTrekkers sounds like an amazing business model. I think I'm going to become a customer of iTrekkers.
That's awesome. Can
you tell me like how we can find out more about iTrekkers?
Yeah, absolutely. Online is probably the best way. www.iTrekkers.com. iTrekkers.com. Go there, download our app. Cool. You can go to the About To page and get all the information that you want. We're real excited to be here in Tampa, and we're real excited to continue our growth across Florida. Thanks for the opportunity to be here today.
Well, we're really excited that you're part of the ecosystem, and I just wanted to thank you for coming in to Innovation Fixation.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Right on. Stay tuned for more Innovation Fixation.
Creating a corporate video is the fastest way to deliver any message online about your business. Many companies are now switching their primary marketing focus to online video-based strategies, and as such are seeing a much higher return on investment. Video sharing sites like Vimeo or YouTube have the potential to get your videos seen by millions of viewers, simply because videos hosted on these sites are shareable. A corporate video can be the gift that keeps on giving, as it can be used in a multitude of different ways. The video can double as a brand awareness tool. The video also can be repurposed or cut down to a promotional style. With an experienced, creative, and award-winning staff, TBCN is the right choice for all your video and audio production needs. To learn about how we can help you expand or refine your business through the use of video, call us at 813-977-5200 and visit us at tbcn.org.
Hi, I'm Dr. Andy Gold, and welcome to Innovation Fixation. I'm a longtime social entrepreneur and a full-time faculty member at Hillsborough Community College. It's a pleasure for me to welcome into the studio today Ismet Hanzik, who's a research engineer for Moterum. So Ismet, Moterum, can you tell us a little bit about the background story? Like, what is Moterum and how did it all come to be?
Well, Moterum is a startup company, and it's a subsidiary of Tao Life Sciences, which is an investment and development company. Moterum, we develop early stage technologies and concepts and bring them to the market. So primarily in the rehabilitation and mobility sector for neural injuries such as stroke.
Okay.
And we're currently housed in Tampa Bay technology incubator, and also have offices in South Carolina, in Greenville, South Carolina, and in the Clemson University Bioengineering Innovation Campus.
Okay, so the center where you're currently located, that's at the University of South Florida.
Yes.
Within their USF Connect facility there.
Correct.
And are you, as a research engineer, are you the person that designed some of these products, or are you currently designing new products? What exactly is your role at Moterum?
Both.
Okay.
So the two initial products that we're working on right now, the gait-enhancing mobile shoe and the kinetic crutch tip, I'm an inventor on both of those. So Moterum hired me to develop and test with clinical trials these inventions. But also we always are actively looking for new technologies in the rehabilitation mobility realm to develop and get to the market.
Okay, so Moterum is still an early stage startup enterprise where you haven't yet brought your products to the marketplace. They're still going through testing. When do you anticipate the testing period to end and for your products to actually be available to consumers?
Well, like I said, there's two products, the gait-enhancing mobile shoe and the kinetic crutch tip. The gait-enhancing mobile shoe has been in development for quite some time, 4 or 5 years. We're currently doing clinical trials with stroke patients. And after the clinical trials, we'll evaluate and try to push the shoe to the market. The kinetic crutch tip is a different concept, a different product that we are anticipating having on the market late this year or early next year.
Okay, and is there a reason why you're focused on this particular market segment? Is there something you discovered where there was a problem not being solved by competitor products? And who are your competitors within that space?
So like I said, the two products separate. The gait-enhancing mobile shoe for rehabilitation, there's a couple different alternatives for that that's commonly used today. One is a split belt treadmill, which is a treadmill with two threads going at different speeds. and the stroke patient would be walking on that with clinicians as an assistant, and their foot would be continuously being pushed back, and that creates a certain after effects. The drawbacks with that current technique is it's very expensive. People can only use it 2 or 3 times a week with a clinician, and the after effects are not regained that well because there's a context between the split belt treadmill being stationary and a dynamic walking environment. So we're trying to solve those problems with the gait enhancing mobile shoe, where it's more cheaper. It's cheaper. You can use it all the time because it's just a shoe that you wear on a regular day basis, and you can do it in your own home.
Okay, so who are the 2 specific customers, so to speak, that you would be targeting, or who are your customers? Are they the stroke victim, the person that's suffering from having a stroke? Is it medical practitioners? Like who is it that you're targeting with your product?
We're looking to market it to stroke practitioners, to rehabilitation specialists, and to hospitals and things like that. People that are involved in treating stroke and involved in treating asymmetric walking patterns that arise from stroke or other neurological behavior.
Do you have any partners in the community that are important to you that you've sort of joined forces with to leverage what it is you're working on?
We are, like I said before, we're housed in the Tampa Bay Technology Incubator, so we're partnering with them. We're also at the University of South Florida. We are partnering with Dr. Kyle Reed from the Mechanical Engineering Department, who's my past graduate advisor, and also Dr. Sok Kim from the USF Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation Sciences Department, who helps us with clinical trials, clinical testing, and evaluation. The Medical University of South Carolina has just acquired a large stroke grant in terms of stroke research and things. So we're trying to partner with them to develop this technology more. And of course, we're very grateful for funding and commitment from the NIH, National Institute of Health, the National Science Foundation, and also the Florida High-Tech Corridor has also been supporting us.
Okay, so you currently have 2 products, which I understand now, and it seems like they'll be really innovative products that will bring great value to the marketplace. But as you look forward into the future, where do you see Moterum going in terms of additional products and consumer problems that it might be able to address?
So like I said, we have those 2 products that
Right.
we're focusing heavily to develop and commercialize. But other than that, we are always constantly looking for products in the realm of rehabilitation and mobility that we can develop and push to the market. So, I mean, the possibilities are limitless as far as the direction we're taking and what products we're adapting.
Now, you're a developer of these products. Why did you think to develop these products to begin with? Was there something that happened in your life or something that you observed in your life that led you down this path to try to come up with a better way of helping people in that situation?
So my background is in mechanical engineering, and I was always passionate about building things, machinery, taking things apart, but this is a different level of things. This gets to help people. We get to, if you've ever seen somebody with a stroke, you would understand how effective, how in need they are in better rehabilitation techniques. And that is a prime motivator in people. When you see them, there's a prime motivator as a designer that you want to make their lives better. As far as the kinetic crutch tip, if you've ever used a crutch or know somebody,
I have once, yep.
It's very taxing physically.
It is.
So our product, the kinetic crutch tip, aims to alleviate those problems and makes crutch walking much easier. It makes it safer and more efficient. So that's, I mean, it's a great thing.
So Ismet, thank you so much for coming in and sharing the story behind Moterum. If the folks out there are interested in learning more about Moterum, how do they get in contact with you?
Yeah, you can do it 2 ways. You can go to our parent company, Tau Life Sciences. at taolifesciences.com, or you can go directly to moterum.com.
Okay, well, thank you so much for coming into Innovation Fixation.
If you'd like to be featured on Tampa Bay Community Network, please call 813-977-5200 or visit tbcn.org.